Are you a high income earner who's paid more than your fair share into the Social Security system for most of your working life? Then why leave hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table when it comes to claiming your benefits? In this video, we're going to highlight some Social Security timing strategies to help you squeeze the most money out that you can for your retirement.
And keep watching until the end, and we'll offer you a free analysis to help you maximize your Social Security benefit.
You've worked your whole life and you've contributed to the Social Security system, but you probably don't realize what a large benefit you have coming your way. Some people don't take the time to look down the road to see how their benefit could be much more massive than they think. People are leaving thousands and even hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table by utilizing the wrong strategy. In 2025, the maximum benefit for someone age 62 is $2,831. But waiting until full retirement age, the maximum benefit increases to over $4,000 per month. Let me repeat that, $4,000 per month. That's nearly 40% higher. But what if you wait until age 70? The maximum benefit would be $5,100 per month, or about $61,000 per year. What could you do with $5,100 per month?
Oh, I could do a lot with that, but I know what all of you are thinking out there is 70 is just way too far away.
Yes, there's a lot of debate about the best time to claim your Social Security benefit. Some say take it as early as you can because the government is going bankrupt. Others say delay it as late as possible to age 70 to max it out and take advantage of the delayed retirement credits. But as a high income earner, you have some advantages that others do not. So we're going to run you through a couple of scenarios in our software, Social Security Analyzer, to show you the power in getting the correct timing strategy down. Matt, can you talk us through the scenario?
Yeah, let's take a look. So what we're looking at here are a couple of sample clients. We'll call them John and Jane. And we're looking at three different scenarios. So John delaying until 70, Jane taking at age 63, both of the clients taking it early, so at 62. And then the third strategy is if they delayed until 70. And so you can see below here, here's all the different strategies and the colors that apply. But before we jump in there, I want you to take a look at this graph on the right. So what we're looking at here, if you didn't know, it would look like just a random board, right? And if you were just to throw a dart at this, where often do you think that dart would land? And so this light blue here is where the dart would land most often. And so what that means is that's the primary strategy that would pay out the most Social Security benefit based on the numbers alone. But what we don't know is when you're going to pass away. And so the way that we look at this, and this is one of the Social Security timing analysis that we can look at for you, is to help you determine which strategy makes most sense for you. So on the bottom here is John's life expectancy. And then on the side here is Jane's life expectancy. The ages that we don't know, right? And so if John's going to have a short life expectancy of age 85, and then Jane lives until age 81, then the blue strategy, the light blue here, would be the best strategy, meaning that they should delay until 70, and that's going to pay out their benefit the most over this scenario. The other way you want to look at it, if they're each going to have a short life expectancy, so John having age 81, and then in any scenario, if Jane's going to live until 95, then that dark blue is better. So John delaying until 70, and Jane taking it at 63 and 2 months. And so I'm not a gambling man, but if I was looking at this chart, I would think it would be an unwise decision for John and Jane to take their Social Security benefits at 62 each. You can see that not very probable that that's going to pay out significant dollars over their lifetime.
So let that sink in for a minute. We're talking Social Security, and we're talking about $1 million in cumulative benefits, all the way up to $2.5 million of cumulative benefits. This is a lot of money, folks, and choosing the right strategy can put an extra $200,000 to $500,000 in your pocket. Again, that's a lot of money. And the other thing that's not really shown here, but it should be mentioned, is the higher your Social Security benefit, the less money you need to take out of your investment accounts, which means the more money you can leave to the kids and grandkids when you pass. All right, so we know what you're thinking. You don't know how long you're going to live. And you're right, because if you gave us the date that you were going to die, we could give you the exact date that you should start taking your Social Security benefit. And that's what makes this tricky. And what makes it even more tricky is that if you're married, this is not a one-person decision. This is a two-person decision. I mean, think about it. Whoever lives the longest between the two of you is going to enjoy the higher benefit.
Right. I mean, believe it or not, a lot of people out there think that if one spouse passes away, they get both benefits. And that's misleading. You actually take the higher of the two. So you may want to consider, like in our scenario, John had a higher benefit to delay John's, but because it's going to be over two lifetimes.
That's right. I mean, we'd highly encourage you to consider delaying the larger of the two benefit as long as you can. And if it's yours and you die first, then your spouse is going to grab it. That's called the survivor benefit. And if you are really in good health and good shape, and that's the other thing, is high income earners have access to better medical, better health care. Typically they're in better shape than the average population in America, which means that the odds are on your side that you're probably going to live beyond age 80 or 81, meaning both of you guys can consider delaying till 70.
And that's a good point, delaying till later for both of you. And the average that it actually takes to break even comes around, 79 to 81, generally in that time frame. So if you are most likely going to live past that, you will end up making more if you delay it.
But I know there's some of you out there, I know you're there and you're thinking, yeah, that's not going to be me. Or you're thinking, I'm going to grab my benefit as early as I can because it's mine and or the government's going broke. Here's some things to consider. It would be a political career ender for either party in Congress to let Social Security die on their watch. In fact, we have enough money in the system to cover the next 8 or 9 years inside of the trust fund. And if no change is made, payroll taxes alone are going to cover 77% of your paid benefit, okay? But that's not going to happen. They're going to wait till the 11th hour until it's a crisis. They're going to solve it. And because the solutions are not popular, it's either raise taxes or push the ages out that you can collect your benefit. So they're going to do the right thing, but it's not going to be popular. It's going to solve it. And all those people that grab their benefit at age 62 are going to leave hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table because they were ill-informed. So we just encourage you, really know the facts, understand how this all works, have a strategy in place that's customized to your specific situation.
Yeah, so a couple of things there. We would think it'd be poor planning if you didn't account for some Social Security in your overall financial plan. And I know some of you out there thinking too, well, I'm going to take it at 62 because I don't actually need the dollars, but I'm going to go and invest them and make more money off of the Social Security system. But believe it or not, you most likely are going to spend that. Most people get the extra cash and then take an extra vacation or two a year.
Right, and by not taking it at 62, the system gives you a guaranteed 8% increase on your benefit. There are not a lot of investments out there that can use the G word, guaranteed, for rates of return. And if you can get 8% guaranteed from Social Security, take it. That's easy money.
And you would hope your investments could do 8% or more, but it's not guaranteed, like Brad mentioned. I mean, you have to go with the ups and downs of the market. And why not just take a little extra distributions from your investment accounts to let your Social Security cook and get that guaranteed 8%.
One in the hand versus two in the bush.
Yeah.
When it comes to Social Security, you deserve to get as much back as you can. And sometimes that means waiting. But I hope we've shown you that those few extra years really compound into a sizable benefit. What you do with that money is up to you, but it's yours. So make sure that you consider all the options to collect the maximum amount that you can.
And as promised at the beginning, we're happy to put together a Social Security timing analysis for you using the exact software we just shared with you today. So use the link below and we'll start that process for you.
And make sure to like and subscribe the channel, share with anybody who you think can benefit, and we'll see you on the next one.